Hello and good evening, wonderful viewers, wherever you are. This is Atlantic TV, the home of TV Revolution. We are located in the little smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia, and the West Coast region south of Gambia, far out to our studios. Well, like I said, you might be in a different country and a different time, but once again from here we say good evening. And Atlantic TV, this is Sport 360 Live with me, myself, Big Sam, and it comes on your that is on the TV every Sunday from the hour 8 to 9 o'clock. And so happy that I'm here today with you. Once again, sponsors are invited, as you can see on the screen, for visibility and everything for that matter. Today, I have to change the setting because, like I say, a little boss man is in the studio, so we have to be at the VIP treatment today for the Sport 360 Live. And of course, my guest today is no other than ML Drammeh, the Secretary General of the newly elected Sport Journalist Secretary General, that is right here in the studio with me. Once again, it's your favorite TV show, Sport 360 Live, with me, myself, Big Sam, on Atlantic TV only, the home of TV Revolution. Well, ML, welcome to Sport 360 on Atlantic.
Thank you, Big Sam. I am glad to be here with you tonight.
Awesome, this is fantastic. And then I have to give you a VIP to not the KB or the girl style. You have the Secretary General. How do you feel about the whole set of Atlantic TV and the Sport 360?
It feels good. You know, for me, Big Sam, personally, I rated you so high. You know, where it all started. I started my journalism career under your tutelage at FMB. Exactly. So, looking at what you did at FMB and what you've been doing in your whole career as a journalist, as a presenter, as someone who has been shaping the lives of so many young journalists, it is not a surprise that, you know, this Sport 360 here, you know, is doing well, you know, because you are the one in charge. So it feels good. It is a good environment, and then I hope this will continue, you know, as you host more programs on this platform.
Thank you very much, ML. I appreciate it. Now, for the benefit of my viewers, that's your camera here, as you can see. Who is ML Drammeh? Fondly called ML. Yeah.
Yes, Mohamed Lamin Drammeh, or better still, ML Drammeh, is a journalist. An award-winning journalist.
Of course, congratulations for that.
Thank you. An award-winning journalist, a communications officer, a young football administrator, Secretary General, Fortune Football Club, and also the Secretary General of the Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia. So basically, this is who ML Drammeh is.
Awesome, fantastic, great out there. And now let's talk about, because as you said, everything about ML is about sports.
Yes.
From sport journalism now to stakeholder. Where do your part start? Like your passion for sport journalism start, and by extension, you can tell us which media house you cross. But how does it come? Was it from school or from the street or from anywhere? And the media house you pass through?
Yeah, Sam, I think this is very interesting. You know, sometimes when I speak to so many young journalists, and then I tell them about who I am, you know, they'll be wondering, no, this is not true. So, this is me. I have never studied journalism, to be honest. Let's start with that. I have never studied journalism. I have never sat in a classroom to read or study journalism. So my passion for journalism started way back when I was in upper basic school.
In upper basic school?
Yes. My father used to buy newspapers from office and bring them at home. So I grew up reading newspapers. I grew up watching TV news. I grew up listening to radio. That's where I know you. So my passion started way back in upper basic school. So as I move up the ladder in my academic level, especially to secondary school, at some point I wanted to be a lawyer. But the journalism in me,
cannot allow you.
Yes, could not allow me to at least go and study law. So this is what happened immediately after my WAS exam in grade 12. This was in 2016. Even before I collected my result, I was around police line Brikama here, and I had this conversation with one Pamodungom. So he asked me what I wanted to become if I collected my result, or what I wanted to study there. I told him, for me, I wanted to study journalism. I wanted to be a journalist. I told him that straight away. So he told me, but I have a friend who works at FMB. He's our PRO. So that was Aliou Fall.
Aliou Fall.
Yeah, so he introduced me to Aliou Fall, and when I met Aliou Fall, I told him about what I wanted, and then what I want to become.
Okay.
So he embraced, the passion in me, and then introduced me to you as the head of sports on the Kama Community Radio.
Exactly.
So that's FMB is where everything started. You started giving me the platform. That's where I learned journalism. For me, FMB is my school of journalism. Yes. So for me, yes, FMB is my hub. FMB is my school of journalism. Exactly. So as I, started to work at FMB, I collected my grade of result, and that's where I started Gambia College to study English language and social and environmental studies as a teacher trainee. Yeah, so from there, I also started writing for Daily Observer as a freelancer. So my journey at Daily Observer was also very funny because I met the DG and I told him, look, for me, I have never studied journalism. I'm just from grade 12. So he gave me a paper and a pen to write an imaginative story, a sports story. Yeah. So I wrote that.
Wow.
So immediately after writing that, he asked me to start the following day. So I started working at Daily Observer. Like that, as a freelancer.
As a freelancer,
yes. Thanks to my passion and also my attachment at Brikama FMB Radio, Comedy Radio, where, like I said, FMB is my school of journalism. So from there, Daily Observer, FMB, and then I became a qualified teacher in 2019. Then I briefly left journalism. I went to CRR, Central River Region, where I taught at Nyamina Upper and Senior Secondary School as a teacher. So from there, immediately, because the passion of journalism in me, was still there. I was still very active, so I decided to come back here and then continue my journalism career. I briefly worked at Home Digital FM. That was newly when they were established, but I left and then I went to Bulunda FM, where I also started as the head of sport and also head of the education program. So from there, I also worked briefly with Chronicles newspaper. Yes, it was an online newspaper, as a freelancer. But I could not stay long because I was engaged full time as a teacher. So I decided to focus on my teaching career because I had a dream. When I decided to go to Gambia College, the target was I have to teach for 5 years. That was the target. So I briefly left the Chronicles and then focused on my teaching. But in 2012, I decided to go back to journalism because the passion in me was still there. So I went to the Fatu Network, actively focused on journalism. I spent 2 years at the Fatu Network. And then, after my graduation from the University of the Gambia, I moved to Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection Commission as a communications officer. But right now, I am a freelancer. I'm a freelance journalist. I write for the Alkamba Times as a freelance journalist. Yes, as a freelance journalist. So during the course of this story, while I was at FMB, Fortune Football Club, appointed me as their media and communications officer. Yes, this was in 2018. So I have been in that position as media and communications officer till 2012, when the president and the management saw the potential in me, to at least move up the ladder.
You are more than where you can serve another post.
Exactly, and they appointed me as the Secretary General and also the head of media and communications.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome. That's brilliant. That's more or less. That's why he have to have this VIP treatment. Kemi, the boy have a VIP treatment.
Kemi is my boss anyway, but today I have to be your boss today.
Yes, because you have to sit on that bench. You are here sitting there. Well, that's parliament for. I think this is a very, very rich. I remember during the course of that FMB2, you remember you received an accolade as the best junior sport writer. That was
you are right. That was because I was very active.
Exactly.
For me, look, I know what I wanted. And I knew what I had to do to get what I wanted. That was me at FMB. I will go to the extra mile. In fact, I will go to Brikama Box Bar from 3 to 5. Even during rainy season, I'll be at Box Bar, covering games or interviewing coaches. So that built me up. That is why I said at the beginning, for me, FMB is my school of journalism.
Yeah, everything starts.
Yes.
Awesome, fantastic. Congratulations on that award. Let's now talk about where you are, where we all are, as the newly elected of Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia. How does it come about? You let it late, and then here you are, and then you are the secretary of another. I mean, the biggest sporting head of the biggest sporting issue, that is Sports Journalists Association, as the secretary general.
So for SJAG, I became a member of SJAG, I think in 2022, when the Gambia was about to play against, is it South Sudan in Senegal? That was, I think, our first AFCON qualifiers game. That was after AFCON at Cameroon.
Exactly.
So that was the time I joined the Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia. But since then, after 3 years as a member, I felt like, we need a change at the top.
Exactly.
With all due respect to the previous leadership, they did well, but at some point, I believe we need new faces at the top. So that is why when I saw the announcement that there will be an elective Congress on the 31st of August, I was like, I think I can be a Secretary General of SJAG, and I think I have what it takes to at least do something positive for the sports journalists in the country. So that's where the motivation started, and then I started consulting. Of course, the previous Secretary General, Alusisa Faust. I also contacted Abdullah Ba, West Coast, who was one time the Secretary General of SJAG, and I also contacted other executive members, previous executive members. I told them, this is what I want, what do you think? And they all gave me the blessings, and they gave me the go ahead. So that fueled the motivation in me. So I decided to contact people, which includes you. I told you about my vision, what I think we can do collectively to better the welfare of sports, journalists in the Gambia. So that's where it all started. And then as we approached the day, I also reached out to so many people, members of SJAG, and they all endorsed me as their candidate for the position of Secretary General. And it was all smooth for me, even though I contested against Uthman Jang, who was an experienced sports journalist, a sports photographer. He's well experienced. He has been there way before I started journalism. But the members believe we need new faces at the top, or at least enhance
he was
sports
before
journalism.
the first vice president.
Exactly, the first vice president. He's extremely good. But I believe what the members felt was we need new faces at the top.
At the top.
Yes. So that's how I became the Secretary General. We went in for the election, and then thank God I won the election massively.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Massively for that.
Yes.
What is your duty as a Secretary General of the Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia? What's your day-to-day or your duty, your portfolio exactly?
In SJAG. So basically at SJAG, my responsibility basically is to run the administrative work of SJAG. We have the president. We have so many executive positions in the executive. You have three presidents. You have the president. You have the first vice. We have the second vice. You have the secretary, the assistant secretary, and other positions. So basically, our function as secretary and my assistant, Lamindel for the assistant secretary general, is to run the administrative work of SJAG. That is, we are responsible for the correspondence between SJAG and other institutions, and from the executive to general members. So we write proposals, we write letters. We also draw the framework for the executive. We have the work plan. As an executive, we sat at some point and then we decided to draw a work plan for the executive, what we want to accomplish in the next 12 months. So basically that is my responsibility, is to map out ways and means of how we can enhance the quality of sports journalism in the Gambia. Yes.
And that's a follow-up question. As from the media officer of Fortune to the secretary, what roles are you playing at Fortune right now?
Yeah, at Fortune, like in UTG politics, we will say administrative engine, as the secretary general, because you keep files, you do all the correspondences. When there is a need for the team to do certain things, it will be the responsibility of the secretary general to at least try the concept, because you need to sell your ideas to not only people outside, but those that you work with.
Okay.
This is what we want as a club. What do you think? So you know, they will suggest certain things, but it is my responsibility as a Secretary General to at least move the idea to another place. That is by writing the concept and then push it to make sure that, you know, what we want is actualized. So that is my role as the Secretary General of Fortune. I am responsible for the correspondences. I communicate with football agents. I communicate with clubs, you know, and so many people that are interested in working with the club. So also, it is also my responsibility not only to correspond, but also to review. You know, whatever, you know, some people, you know, at least propose to the club, because we have to review as a club and make sure this is what ought to be done and this should not be done. So basically, I'm also the head of the media, like I said. I'm the Secretary General and also the head of the media. So basically, we are also responsible for the PR of the club. You know, when you look at Fortune, I always say this: we are the most followed football club in the Gambia. Yeah, Facebook, we have more followers than any other football club in the Gambia. That is because of you know, how we portray the team outside, and then how we also sell the idea of the teams to people in the Gambia. Yes.
Fantastic. And remember, you're watching Atlantic TV Live, of course, the home of TV Revolution, and this is Sports 360 Live with me, myself, Big Sam. And my host today is no other than, or my guest today rather, is no other than the Secretary General of Gambia Sports Journalists Association, ML. Everybody call him ML.
Yes, I think I need to change my name. I should be writing, you know, ML SG.
Yeah, it should be ML SG.
I used to be an information minister, because when I was at the Gambia College, I was a minister.
Oh, okay. We had information
minister.
Yes, I can vividly remember that.
And when I was at the UT, University of the Gambia,
exactly,
I was the Information and Communications Minister of Social Sciences and Humanities Student Association.
So you see, this journalism stuff have never left you.
Yeah, it has been in me. So that is why, in fact, when I started taking, I can remember Gajaga telling me, ML taking, you know. So
yeah,
yeah, so yeah, you know, he also has been there, you know, at the beginning, pushing me up, you know, and I am glad that I have so many people around me. You, Alufal, Gajaga, KB, for Job, and all that. They were all pushing me up to where I am today. Even today, certain things, when I want to do certain things, I will consult them. Even this position of Secretary General for SJAG, I consulted all of you first. And I told you my intention, you know. So, you know, I know, I can still remember, you know, what you all did for me back in the days at FMB, and then how things are going. So I will always forever be grateful to all of you, you know.
Thank you so much. In fact, I think along the line that you called me that you are interested, I think that also have to, I mean, stretch something to me. They say, go, Big Sam have to come up, and then you remember just after that, anything happened, and here I am. Well, thank you so much.
I told you, Big Sam, you know.
So you have to come and do something, and I think that was so.
Even though they call us Brikama Camp, but for me, you know, I should not be bothered by that. If you live in Brikama and someone call you, you know, Brikama Camp, you should not be upset since your intention is clear, and then SJAG is not Brikama SJAG.
It's Gambia.
It's
That's
Gambia.
why they call Sport Journalists
Association of the Gambia. Yes.
Well, let's move forward to, I think your writing skills for Alcamba and all those journalists help you, and you're still writing. I once again will congratulate you. My viewers, I have to congratulate him. He won the Gambia Press Union National Award as the best women reporter. Well, I think his wife has taught him some stuff.
Yes.
So, Mohamed, congratulations. How does that come about?
Yeah, thank you. Like you said, on the 7th of December last month, you know, I was awarded the overall best reporter on women issues in the Gambia in 2024. So that award came at a very right time, big time, because I got married last year. that is in 2024, and then my wife gave birth recently to a baby girl. So the award, winning the Women Reporting Award, reporting the best overall best journalist reporting on women issues, really came at a very right time. So I dedicate the award to my queen, my wife, and also my princess, you know, ML Drammeh.
Congratulations.
Yes. So the story that won the award was on Ida Fall.
They asked you to send a report and they vetted.
Exactly. exactly.
how it is normally.
Yeah,
And
yes,
then you wrote
the
this
report,
in-
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I conceived this story idea when I was working at the Fatu Network.
Okay.
You know, I had this column where I call it Spotlight, where I will bring young people doing well in what they do, and I put them on the spotlight for the country to know these people are doing extremely well in their different areas.
Okay.
So in this particular story, I contacted Ida Fall. She is also known as Fita Fall. You know, she is a unique Gambian. When I say a unique Gambian, she is a female auto mechanic.
Wow.
She is a female auto mechanic. So when I heard about her, I decided to go there and interview her. Okay. So it was really amazing. You know, the society we live in, stereotype where people will tell you this is a man's job, and this is, you know, women's job. So for her, she is excelling in a male-dominated area. That is about, you know, being an auto mechanic. So I went there, interviewed her, and then I wrote a very good story about her where, in fact, the rejection started in her family, where the mom wanted her to be a banker, but she told the mom, this is what I want to be. Yeah. You know, so at some point in her career, she was able to convince her mom. So that's where the support started. When she convinced her mom, despite the rejection and the stereotype from those in the society, she never paid heed to those stereotypes. You know, she focused on herself, and today, you know, she is an inspiring young woman in the Gambia. So I wrote this story, you know, the story was based on stereotype, where this young woman, you know, excelled in a male-dominated field, and this story, you know, won me an award, you know, a very important award in my journalism career. I won an award before, like I said, at FMB, like you said, at FMB, but that is not a national award. So this one is a national award. Yeah, so this one means a lot to me, you know.
And by giving it to your family too.
Yeah, by giving it to my young family, you know. Yeah. It's extremely important. One thing though, I missed the award because I was
it was in absence. I was there,
exactly, because you know, I have other commitment too, so I have to do that, you know. But thank God I had someone who represented me, someone that I work with at the Fatu Network, who is also a very good young writer, Dawada Balde. I think
he received it on your behalf.
Yeah, on my behalf. So the country can expect a lot from Dawada Balde as well, and so many young journalists in the Gambia. Yes.
That's ML for you. ML, let's now move forward. The growth of sport journalism in the Gambia, both male and female of recent, we have seen a lot of women coming in, and this I mean photojournalists and writers and commentators, etc.
Sports journalism, Big Sam, is growing, you know, exponentially in the Gambia. Unlike during your time, you know,
definitely,
you know, but thanks to technology, we have so many digital, you know, medias now. It includes, you know, Atlantic TV. So many young people are into sports journalism. They have passion, and then it is definitely growing. It is good to see so many sports photographers. Now, when you go to Boxball or other fields, you will see so many young people. You will see others with mics, with pens writing, but also you will see others roaming the field using their lens to tell this story to people that are not at the field. So it is really encouraging that we have
our female
Sajo Balde. She is an inspiration to so many young ladies in the country. She is an example because she is a young woman who is also one of the best sports photographers in the country. Her prominence has gone beyond the source of the country. She went to AFCON in Ivory Coast. She's also the official photographer for WAFU Zone A.
Oh yeah?
So that shows a lot about the quality of work,
and
you know, governments are doing.
With Fortune too?
Yes, she is also, you know, our official photographer. She is at Fortune. So I always associate myself with the best anyway. So that is why I'm still with you. So yes, so it is really you know, encouraging that, you know, we've seen so many young people venturing into sports journalism. But there is one thing that we should all understand is that there is no specific school in journalism, that a school in the country, even the journalism school that we have, that will teach you, you know, specifically about sports journalism. So one thing all of us should know or should do is we need to learn, read, make research, you know, learn from those, you know, that are considered good sports journalists in and outside the country. By doing this, you will, you know, move to places. You will go to places. You know, we need to learn. Let's learn. Let's read. Make research. You know, by doing this, you know, we'll be out there competing with the best. We have a lot of quality. You know, very good sports journalists in the country. Yes.
That brings me to another question. That is the way forward for SJAG. Not only the way forward, but like you said, some of these guys need training. Some of them need something. So, what is SJAG? What's your way forward? What are you intend to collaborate that with the existing sports journalists in the country?
Yeah, so I think the key thing for the new executive is to enhance the quality of sports journalism in the Gambia. Like I said, we have the University of the Gambia School of Journalism. We have our Media Academy for Journalism and Communication.
Exactly.
You know, they will teach you about journalism, but they are not going to go deep and teach you about sports journalism, because sports journalism is also a special area in journalism.
Okay.
So the way forward for sports, for SJAG, is the new executive, where you and I are. We want to organize more capacity building training for our members.
That's right.
When we build their capacities, they are going to produce quality, you know, sports reporting to their audience. So they need to be trained, and this is what we are going. This is what we plan to do, and we are going to organize more and more training for our members. That is our priority as an executive. Yes, because if you want to produce good stories, you know, our members, their capacities, you know, need to be built. Yes.
You need to be. Well, thank you so much. Right now, go to sports.
Yeah.
Especially football, where we all see ourselves. Although as sports journalists, we are on all across. But let's talk about sports in the Gambia, especially football. If I ask you, what would you tell me?
Yeah, football in the Gambia is growing.
Okay.
Growing in the sense that we have more professional players now than before.
Okay.
So that is a good indication that football is growing. Although, you know, we have a long way to go as well. Okay. Because we have
that's
a lot
of
exactly. Football is growing fine. We have more professional players, but also we have a lot of challenges that is hindering the growth of football in the Gambia, because football cannot go in the absence of good infrastructures. And the biggest challenge that we have in the Gambia in regards to football development is the issue of infrastructure.
Most definitely.
Our main stadium is not fit for purpose for CAF and FIFA competitions. So that rings a bell that, you know, we have to invest a lot on infrastructure.
Definitely.
You know, even the
football is not where, but where it plays matters.
Where it plays matters. You know, because if you can have the talent, but if you don't have the avenue to show that talent, it will be difficult for you to at least actualize your dream of becoming a professional player. So football is growing, but we have a long way to go, and I believe the authorities responsible, let's say the Ministry of Youth and Sport and also the Gambia Football Federation, can help. But also the local government areas, we have the Brikama Area Council, you know, they can also chip in, you know, build a mini stadium for young people in West Coast. You know, if Brikama Area Council can do that, if KMC can do that, if Banjul City Council can do that, we have the Kundawul Area Council, Janjamburi Area Council, Basse Area Council. If they can do that, in addition to the existing infrastructure, I think football will go to another level. But notwithstanding, teams in the Gambia are doing well.
They're doing well.
Definitely, teams in the Gambia are doing well, you know. So kudos to the team presidents or club owners in the Gambia. I've been saying this, most, if not all of these club presidents are running a charity organization, because they are not getting anything from their money's worth. You know, they spend a lot on their teams, on the players. At the end of the season, you know, they have virtually nothing. You know, so definitely
like the sacrifice and the passion.
The sacrifice, you know, because we don't have sponsors in our league. You know, that is something that the federation can work on. I have been saying this. I think I can say it here. Even the Gambia government can sponsor our leagues. The GFF, look, how many teams do we have in the first division and the second division? This created a lot of employment for so many young people, the players on the pitch and those off the pitch. Government can always chip in and sponsor our league. For example, give the Gambia Football Federation 20 million every year to fund our league. GFF can use this money at least give 500,000 to every club in the country, at least for a start. If you give 500,000 to every club in the country, first and second division teams, both male and women teams, you know, it will definitely add more value to development of football in the Gambia. But the money that this club owners will use to spend on this, they can reserve it for other purpose.
Exactly.
Man, if this is done, if support is done, you know, so many teams can have their own mini stadium. I know so many teams are doing that.
The problem will be the past.
Exactly, and this is a need. You know, it is a need, and then I hope the National Sports Council, you know, the Gambia Football Federation, you know, I know they are aware of this, so I hope they are doing something about this to make sure that our football continue to grow in the country.
ML, we don't have much time left, but what is the most important message you want to send across to the footballing, being SJAG or anything? What?
No, for sports journalists. My message is, in fact, someone told me that journalism, sports journalism in the Gambia, it's not a job, it's a profession. But he says, you're not going to get fortune from being a sports journalist. It does not pay well, but it is a profession. But if you have passion for it, the money coming will grow from 100 to thousands. You know, you will keep adding digits if you continue to work hard. So let's continue working hard. Let's prioritize producing good quality report for our audience. You know, and for the club owners, you know, where I am as a club administrator, keep doing your thing, keep, you know, investing, and also try to extend, you know, expand your horizon to at least have investors to invest in your team. This will really help in the development of sport and football in the Gambia.
Thank you so much, ML. Let me sit properly for a VIP treatment.
KB, so I'm treated here as a VIP.
VIP first time.
Then no one get it.
Well, thank you very much, viewers. I know you have, that's a very fantastic interview here with ML, of course, Secretary General Sport General Association of the Gambia. And I hope you definitely enjoy this. Remember, it's Sport 360 Live with me, myself, Big Sam, on Atlantic TV, the home of TV Revolution, every Sunday from there 8 to 9. And of course, we'll be back here next Sunday. On that note, a big thanks to my the one and only camera, Rocky B International, for being there. Salute to him.
And please keep following Atlantic TV. You know, they are doing really well. So keep following them. You know,
follow Atlantic TV.
Yeah.
All sector for program we are. Thank you very much, ML, for that. On that note, from me, Big Sam, keep on sporting.